Hello, my YouTube friends. What I'd like to do today is clarify something that confused me for quite a while. This ruler, measurements, and whatever doesn't have anything to do with anything except for the metal edge on top. And the reason being is it will show what's happening to the arrow when you're pulling it back from the bow and what needs to be done to keep it against the riser the whole way. Now, over here is shrink tape, heat shrink. So that has a big deal to do with shooting Mediterranean style, because when you put your fingers here and you pull back, you're giving it the tension to keep. And then when you pull back the bow, you're pulling the arrow back against the riser. Here, let me put it on the other side and show it. Let me just take care of this a second. So, the nock that I use is also heat shrink because it's quiet and it has a padding effect. So when you grab the arrow, it's going to slide. It's going to slide if you don't pull properly and have some tension. So the heat shrink does that. And then also when you're pulling back, either two fingers, however you like to do, pinch grip, no matter what. However you want to do, but you gotta push the thing against the riser. And I couldn't get that through my BB because I wasn't thinking totally proper. So to keep this against the riser, so that's number one. So that's shooting off Mediterranean style. And then I was really butchering the thumb ring, although I have made so many and give it my best try, whatever. And here, let me load this on the other side here for a second. So, now, let me stop this for a second. Or wait a minute, maybe I'll try to do it with one hand. Okay, so putting on the thumb ring, when you pull it off, you turn it this way to pull it off because all this fat tissue can come across this padding very easily. So don't try to take it off with it down. So this is tough to do one-handed, but I'm going to give it a go. All right. So here it is, ready to shoot an arrow. And what's happening is right up under the nock, and also this leather, this soft leather. If you use a piece of cheap rubber, it's going to rip up. So this leather, and right on the underneath and the edges, super glue. The ring's made out of PVC pipe, and you can make one of these in about 2 minutes. And use a heat gun. A cigarette lighter or a torch goes too fast. So here's the deal. So you put this, I hope this is focusing good. So this goes underneath, and if you can go across the thumb or grab the string. This finger here is doing a major portion of keeping us against the riser. So don't let that happen. So when you pull back, in essence, whether you knew it or not, that's very important. And you can go across the thumb. You can go across the thumb and hold it. Everybody knows how to do that. And you can use fingers down here. If you're using a heavy bow, you can do that also. So here's what's happening across the thumb, and that tiny little hole is where the string's coming through. It's that, and it's perfect tension. With this angle, it's perfect tension to it, and also the thickness of this ring. Don't let this be a wedding ring. Don't let it be that thin. Go from knuckle to knuckle, or just keep sanding it until it feels right for your fist. And I knew that would happen. Anyway, so it's across this way, and when you pull back, there's no pain when this is this wide. The PVC is that wide, there's no pain. My only pain is dropping arrow, but this video is about done anyway, so I'm not going to do a demo. And what I have done for me on my on this bow and some others is have a arrow rest. Have an arrow rest that matches the thickness of your arrows. So, if you are riding a horse, running through the woods after a wounded arrow, an animal that maybe you have shot once, if you're running, you can have a much better chance of keeping that arrow in the groove. Now this is zip tied right here for this demo. Of course, no roller. And when you're running, you put your finger across the, hold the arrow down in this groove, and you'll have a whole lot better chance of not messing up and losing the arrow. So anyway, I'll make a lot of Native American bows and Native American items, and a lot of Inuit stuff, a lot of things that came out of Alaska, a harpoon there. And anyway, give this a go. I think you're going to like it a lot. And here, let me turn this over. And if you turn that over, I can't do it one-handed, but anyway, you get the gist. You're going to fit it to your thumb anyway. But the big deal is to have that thumb ring thick. And this is paracord. And once you have it in place, if you want to glue it down, it keeps it a little bit slick too. So if it's hot or you've been shooting a long time and your finger might be swelling just a little bit. So anyway, I'll have other real good ones that I like a lot. And you see my other videos and comment if you want. I had that comment turned off for a while because some people were just rude, and who knows what reason. A couple people, I just don't care to talk to them people. All right, have a good Thanksgiving. It's tomorrow or day after, and enjoy the holidays, and good luck to everybody. And thanks for seeing my stuff, and say howdy, and be safe.